what's going on, Coach? It's Lucas, and in today's video, we're talking about how to successfully launch and fill up your group coaching program, even if you don't have it built yet. And I'll tell you right now that it's better if you don't have it built, and I'll share the details in this video, plus give you the 3-step strategy for actually selling out your next group coaching program, whether it's your first one you're ever launching, or maybe you've tried it a few times, but you have failed, and we all fail with our first few, so don't beat yourself up. I'm gonna try and share everything from my failures, and believe it or not, when I first started 6-7 years ago, I failed on my first few group launches as well, and I learned a ton from those first failed attempts, and nowadays I constantly successfully launch group coaching programs, and I help my clients do the same. So I'm gonna try to share as much value and as many tips as I can in this video. Now, first of all, one thing I want you to understand is that selling a one-on-one coaching program in a group coaching program, the strategy is going to be different. It's a whole different model. I don't know what kind of model you're using in your group coaching program or your one-on-one coaching program or your online coaching business right now, but they are different models. Your one-on-one coaching business model is much simpler. It's attention into a book a call, or usually some kind of discovery call. Quite simple to get people into that. And then in that discovery call, you solve some problems, you make sure it's a perfect fit, and you onboard a new client. You can do that at any time during the week or during the day, and they don't have to wait for a launch date. It's quite simple, and I highly recommend, if you're just starting your coaching business, to do it that way first, because you can create a $10,000 a month income with just 10 clients very quickly within a few months. And you're on your way, and you don't need that many people knowing about you. You don't need a huge list for that. You literally are just prospecting and talking to people one-on-one. Now, you're gonna get to a point, and I remember getting to this point years ago where I was working with way too many one-on-one clients, and I felt drained, I felt overwhelmed, I felt stressed out, I felt burnt out, and I wanted to reach more people, but I was trying to figure out how to do it. And that's when I started successfully launching group coaching programs where I could work with 20 or 30 people at a time, deliver amazing results, have a lower price point, but yet still as much value from my group coaching programs, and finally have freedom for myself to actually work on my business and not in my business. So maybe you're maxed out with one-on-ones and you want to launch a group coaching program. Maybe you're just starting and you really want to launch a group coaching program. It's doable. I would just highly recommend get a few one-on-one clients so your business is stable. You've got revenue, you've got cash flow, and now you can spend time and resources, money and energy to actually build your group coaching program. Now, there's 3 steps to launch a group coaching program, and you have to follow these in the right order. First one, commit to a launch window or a launch date where you're gonna have 5, 6, or 7 days where registration is open for your group coaching program. Commit to that at the end of this video. Write it in your calendar. From 8 weeks from now, if you're just starting, 12 weeks if you have absolutely nothing, and 4 weeks if you already have some momentum, is totally doable. I see it over and over. So set a launch date or a little window where registration is gonna open, registration is going to close. Second step, and this is pretty logical, is you're going to need a page on the internet where they can either book a call, they can either pay, or you're going to have to set up some kind of group system where you can speak one to many. So there's really only 3 ways to actually sell or have clients register for your group coaching program. First one is like a long form sales page where you can have an order form at the bottom where they pay. You see this all the time. It's the easiest for you because it's going to take the least amount of time, but it's going to get the lowest conversions because people don't get to talk to you. They read a page, they may know a little bit about you, they read a page, and they have to make a decision to either buy, put in their credit card for $1,000, or leave, or whatever your coaching program is. That's the best way to do it once you have a lot of momentum. When you're first starting, by far, the best way to do it is to have a book a call option where clients can book a call with you. I know it takes the most of your time, but for 15 or 30 minutes, you're gonna talk and make sure it's a perfect fit. You're gonna get a lot more people who land on the page registering and buying your group coaching program. When you're first starting, our business is really gonna be driven by sales. So sales should be a primary focus. Once you're making a lot of sales and you have a system, you can get rid of that book a call and just have an order form or like a webinar or a masterclass where people get driven in and you're speaking one to many, whether it's live or recorded, and they're buying your coaching program. But at first, remember, sales, you need to be making sales. The best way to do it is to have a conversation. Although that takes up your time, you just gotta have your feet in the mud, or you gotta work in the trenches a little bit and get those people signed up. So you're gonna get your first 20 students signed up for your $1,000 coaching program, have a $20,000 launch, and next time you do it, you don't need that book a call. or you could just have a very limited 10 or 15 minute call just to make sure it's a perfect fit. That's how I do it. I like doing it that way. I did it for a while to the Coaches University, straight to an order form, but I was getting people signed up that I didn't know and that really weren't the perfect fit. So I stopped doing that about 3-4 months ago, and now my group coaching program, and you can model this, is an application. We make sure it's a perfect fit, and if it is a perfect fit, we jump on a quick 15-minute call just to make sure that they are a perfect candidate. I do it more for myself than them because my group sizes I keep really small, and I want to make sure that everyone in the group is a perfect fit and has something to contribute. And if they don't, then the Coaches University usually isn't for them. And I'll talk about the story behind the Coaches U because maybe it'll give you some inspiration, because that definitely went through a few transformations as well. And I'll share that with you at the end. Then, so you have your launch date. You've chosen the date where the card is open and you're gonna have people registering. You have a system to actually have them register, whether that's one-to-many through a webinar, a long-form sales page, or a book a call, or a mix of all three, depending how you do that. Now you got to get attention. This is where the work comes in. If you don't want to pay for traffic, you're going to be spending a lot of time on getting on other people's podcasts, on spreading the word, on creating your own content, on going live as much as you can. And that works. And I love social media. A lot of people are doing this part before they have this built. Now you have actually something to talk about, and you have your group coach program, and you're excited, and you're giving value, and you're educating people on. If you can swing $5 to $10 a day on Facebook ads, you'll get 10 or 20 brand new leads who have never talked about you. Now your content is leveraged because you're getting brand new people who don't know about you. You have actual time to create content. Now you're reaching people organically here, and you're also building a relationship with the people signing up for your stuff. So it's a win-win. You're gonna spend 2 or 3 hours a day creating the content, doing that before your launch. You're gonna be building your email list. You're gonna have a series of emails that is coming out before the cart opens. And then you're gonna open, you're gonna say, hey, registering. And if you have enough people and you follow the steps and you've actually put enough effort, guarantee you can take 10 or 20 people into your group coaching program. It's going to take work, and it's much easier if you have one-on-one clients, so you can drive some resources into this, especially financial for ads. If you don't have that, be prepared to spend a lot of time for your first launch. But when you do have a 10 or 20K launch, you'll take that money and reinvest it. Now you can do this full time and launch over and over and over. And really quick story about the Coaches University. This is one of the textbooks that gets sent out, and I have a lot of students always being like, I want to create a textbook for my online group coaching program. And I'm going to tell you that you don't need this. You're going to get to a point where you have a lot of resources, a lot of time, and a lot of freedom to create stuff like this. But sometimes modeling what someone who's successfully doing it isn't the best way to do it. The Coaches University started off as the CAF, the Client Attraction Formula. It was an 8-week program. I maxed that out. I listened to the students, what they needed. 8 weeks wasn't long enough. I turned it into a 12-week program. Had 20, 30, 40 students go through the 12-week program, and they had a few things they loved changed, a few kinks in the program, and that's what eventually became the Coaches University. But I was working with one-on-one clients for years before I even thought of doing a group coaching program. I'm gonna let you know that that is the best way to do it. Get one-on-one clients. You don't need your whole group coaching program built. You just need an idea and a rough curriculum, and then you can drive people into that program. The first time I ever launched a group coaching program, I didn't have anything built, and everyone was more than happy when they finished it. Plus, they let me build my group coaching program as we went through it. If you do want more information on the Coaches University, whether to look at how it's built, or if you really want to successfully launch your one-on-one or your group coaching program and join a tiny, tiny group coaching program, tiny community that's just value action packed with 3 live calls to walk you through step by step, holding your hand to launch your first group or one-on-one coaching program and actually fill it up and actually sell it out. I do guarantee it. If you don't, you stay in the group coaching and you stay on the live calls for as long as it takes until you do it. So you will have lifetime access into the membership site and into the group calls and all of the engagement on the private VIP Facebook group and community. If that interests you and you just want to skip all the trial and error and just get it out there for the new year or for 2019 and actually build a profitable online coach business, I'll put a link for around here somewhere you can check out the details. Plus, if you're not ready for that, make sure you check out the podcast, lucasrubix.com/podcast. There is a ton of free advice to help you through a lot of the kinks and all the roadblocks and all the obstacles that I used to face, and that hopefully will help you speed up the time curve so you can get there much quicker. Anything else you need, at Lucasrubix on Instagram. A lot of these videos come from DMs from Instagram, so if you do have a question, pop on by, let me know your question or what you're struggling with or your obstacles in your online coaching business, and most likely you'll have a video like this created for you. Hope that helps. At Lucasrubix on Instagram, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey, what's going on, coach? Welcome to the #1 coaching program created specifically for coaches who are hungry to build a passionate, predictable, and profitable online coaching business that truly changes the world one client at a time. Welcome to the Coaches University, the place for committed coaches who are ready to build, launch, and grow their online coaching business. Learn more at www.lucasrubix.com, and I'll see you inside, coach.